My name is Ava, and up until 3 months ago, my biggest problem was figuring out whether my crush liked me back. Now, I have 3 fake passports, a missing father, and an ex-boyfriend on an international watch list. Yeah, my life escalated fast. It all started when the hottest guy at school transferred in. His name was Kai. Tall, messy black hair, ice gray eyes, leather jacket even in summer. Every girl instantly lost their minds over him, including my best friend, Serena. But weirdly, he only looked at me. At first, I thought it was romantic. Now I know he was tracking me. The first red flag should have been when he showed up everywhere. At my coffee shop job, at my martial arts classes. Once, I even saw him outside my apartment building at 2 a.m. But instead of being creeped out, I thought, OMG, he's obsessed with me. Which was technically true, just not in the way I thought. One night after work, Kai finally asked me out. And when I say this date was perfect, he rented out an entire rooftop restaurant. There were candles, violinists, and somehow he already knew my favorite dessert, even though I'd never told him. I was falling hard. Then, halfway through dinner, 3 masked men burst onto the rooftop. Everyone screamed. One of them pulled out a knife and yelled, "Give us the drive." I froze. What drive? But Kai suddenly stood up like some action movie character and literally flipped over the table. I'm not kidding. He fought all 3 men with actual ninja moves. Kicks, elbows. One guy flew into a fountain. Meanwhile, I was just sitting there holding garlic bread. After the attackers ran off, Kai grabbed my arm and said, "We need to leave. Now." I was shaking. "Kai, who are you?" And this man looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You're safer if you don't know." Excuse me? At that point, I should have run. But instead, I kissed him. I know. The next few weeks felt insane, romantic, dangerous. Kai would disappear for days, then randomly show up with bruises and expensive gifts. One time he gave me a necklace worth more than my mom's car. Another time, I woke up at 3 a.m. and saw him standing outside my window on the fire escape, like Batman. But things got worse when Serena started acting weird. Every time I mentioned Kai, she'd go silent. Then one day, she snapped. "You don't even know him, Ava." I rolled my eyes. "You're just jealous." Big mistake. Because the next morning, Serena was gone. No texts, no calls, nothing. Then I got a package in my locker. Inside was a burner phone. It rang immediately, and Serena whispered, "Ava, don't trust Kai," before the line cut off. I panicked. That night, I searched Kai's apartment while he was gone, and what I found literally made my blood run cold. Fake IDs, stacks of cash, weapons, and a wall covered in photos of me. Photos of me sleeping, walking home, at school. One picture was taken through my bedroom window. I felt sick. Then I heard the apartment door open. Kai was home. I hid behind the couch while my heart nearly exploded. He walked into the room and suddenly said, "You know, hiding isn't really your thing." I slowly stood up. He looked disappointed, not angry, which somehow made it scarier. "Who are you?" I whispered. Kai sighed. "My real name isn't Kai." Turns out, he was an undercover operative working for a private intelligence agency. And apparently, my dad used to work there too. Except my father didn't disappear when I was 6 like my mom always claimed. He stole something from the agency. Something important enough to get people killed over. And Kai had originally been assigned to get close to me so he could find my father first. Yeah, the entire relationship was fake. I slapped him so hard his lip bled. Then he grabbed my wrist and said, "But my feelings for you weren't." Which is exactly what a manipulative spy would say. I ran out of the apartment crying. But when I got home, my apartment door was open, furniture destroyed, and written on the wall in red paint were the words, "You have what he stole." I screamed. Then someone grabbed me from behind. I fought like crazy until I heard, "Ava, stop!" It was Serena. Except she was wearing tactical gear. Girl looked like she'd walked out of Mission Impossible. Turns out, Serena had also been undercover this whole time. Apparently, she'd been assigned to protect me since middle school. Middle school! Our entire friendship was built on lies, too. At this point, I honestly wanted to move to another planet. Serena explained that my father had hidden encrypted data inside something before disappearing. Everyone thought I unknowingly had it. The agency, criminal organizations, even Kai. And guess where it was hidden? The necklace Kai gave me. I nearly passed out. Before we could leave, snipers suddenly aimed lasers through the windows. Then the power went out. Glass exploded everywhere. Men in black stormed the apartment. Serena shoved a gun into my hands and yelled, "Run!" I had never touched a gun before. Meanwhile, Serena was literally fighting people with knives. We escaped through the fire escape, but when we reached the alley, Kai was waiting there, holding Serena at gunpoint. I felt completely shattered. "Kai, please." He looked heartbroken. Then he whispered, "They'll kill all of us if I don't take the drive." Serena glared at him. "You're still taking orders from them after what they did to your brother?" His face changed instantly. "What?" Apparently, Kai didn't know the agency had betrayed his family too. Yeah, double plot twist. Before anyone could react, black SUVs surrounded us. The agency director stepped out. And you want to know the craziest part? It was my mom. My mother was the director. I literally blacked out for a second. She calmly adjusted her gloves and said, "Hello, Ava." Turns out, my parents had both been spies. My entire childhood was basically one giant lie. My mom ordered her agents to take the necklace, but before they could, Kai grabbed me, jumped onto a moving motorcycle, and we sped through the city while bullets flew behind us. I was clinging to him, crying hysterically. "Why is this my life?" he yelled back. "I ask myself that every day." Honestly, fair. We ended up hiding in an abandoned dojo outside the city, and that's when Kai finally admitted everything. He really had fallen in love with me. And the reason he kept disappearing? He'd secretly been trying to protect me from both sides. I wanted to hate him. But then he looked at me with tears in his eyes and whispered, "If I could go back, I'd still choose you." Ugh, why are toxic men always so romantic? The next morning, Serena tracked us down. Together, we decrypted the drive. And what it revealed was horrifying. The agency had been manipulating governments, assassinating people, and framing innocent operatives for years, including my father. which meant exposing the truth could destroy everything. But before we could release the files, Kai got shot, right in front of me. He collapsed into my arms while blood soaked through his shirt. I was screaming, crying, literally losing my mind. Kai grabbed my hand weakly and whispered, "Hey, at least our first date was memorable." "Sir?" Thankfully, he survived. Barely. And 1 month later, the agency was exposed internationally. My mother disappeared before authorities could arrest her. My father was finally cleared. And Kai? He vanished too. No goodbye, no explanation. Just gone. Until 6 months later, I received a postcard from Tokyo. It only had 4 words written on the back. "Miss me, garlic bread girl?"